guys, Mike here from Panther Hollow Sporting Optics. The sun is out and the birds are singing. Kind of a windy, cool day here today in Missouri. We're out today with my Benchrest rifle. I built this rifle in 2017. It has an S3 Citron sitting on top of it, 832 by 56. This particular scope doesn't have any zero stops on it, and it doesn't have illumination, and it is a 30mm tube. Back in those days, zero stops and stuff weren't really a big thing, not like they are today. So what I'm wanting to do is take this older scope, and I want to take it off and put a newer scope on there, and the newer one that I'm going to go with is the Arken. I could go with a bunch of different scopes. I could go with a Kronos or an Aries or something like that, but I really want to do a little more research with this Arken. We've had it out to 300 yards on the 22, and actually we had it at 400, so it's a good 22 scope for competition, 300 yards and in. At 400 yards you can have a little issue seeing your shot. I'm not really concerned about seeing my shot with F-class or Benchrest because of the way they score with the electronic scoring system, so that's not as important in that type of POU. So philosophy of use. So if we think of philosophy of use with this guy, what we're going to do is we're wanting to compete in 600 yard F-class. I want to see if this old girl is still competitive. It was competitive in Benchrest. I'd like to see if she'd be competitive in F-class, and F-class open is what I'm after. F-class open at 600 yards. So wouldn't it be great if we could be competitive with the Arken EP5 on an old Benchrest rifle and see if we can't shoot a pretty good score. All right guys, we have the Benchrest rifle in here in the vise. I'm going to tear it apart, put the EP5 on here. We're going to install a new trigger and a cheek rest. I don't want to bore you with all that, so next time you see it, I'll have all the new parts on it and we'll go from there. Stand by. All right guys, we are installing a Titan Universal cheek rest. This is the Titan Universal cheek rest. It comes with several different risers there so that you can move that cheek rest up and down and get the right cheek height. So what you want to do is establish where you want it on your stock. You want to make sure that you can get your bolts out, because if you install it too close, you can't when that kind of stucks. So having it right there, I know I've got plenty of room to get my bolt out, so that should be no problem at all. We're going to drill the holes and install the rest. Be right back with you. Okay guys, we have the LR Syndet level set up there. Downrange at 100 yards. I have a plumb bob. I'll line up the scope with my plumb bob, get a rough zero, and as you can see there, the LR Syndet level, how that works is it's like that. We got our rest level, we got our gun level. Now we're going to level the scope with the earth, and we'll be right back with you. Stand by. I'm going to run the camera downrange, set it up 100 yards, and we'll see what kind of groups we get. Stand. Alright guys, that looks like there's one outlier and 4 in that hole right there is a 5-round group. So this one here, more than likely is me. It's not the gun. The gun shoots really well. So we'll head back in the shop for some final thoughts. Stand by. So we got the Arken all leveled up with a plumb bob. We used the LR Syndet level to level the gun. We installed a bolt knob, a cheek rest, and a new trigger. Kind of give the old Benchrest rifle a little bit of a facelift, and to see if we can make her competitive in F-class open. Okay, so we're going to use factory ammunition for practice and in the match. I'm just curious to see how this gun would do with factory ammunition in the match, and we're going to go from there. All right guys, This is the end of the video. I appreciate you watching. If you guys decide you want to order an Arken scope, my code is PHSO. That will help out the channel a lot and keep these videos rolling. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.